All right, action. All right, the moment we've been waiting for, the first lighting exercise video tutorial. All right, so for this shot, the first light we decided to set up was the street light from the outside. We used the Godox M600D with a Fresnel lens attachment set to full spot. And we set that outside at 25%. Now I know I wanted this very nasty orange vibe, so we put a CTO gel over it to create that nasty look. Originally, I was gonna use the Broken bulb effect, but we noticed that it was a little too slow, so we opted to use the lightning effect that had a little bit more of the look that we wanted. So the atmosphere lighting is whatever ambient light is coming into the room. At this point, it's like moonlight, street light type of thing. The first thing I did is I got my Aputure MT Pro with the grid attachment on it, and I placed it over the ceiling fan and set that to 6500 Kelvin on 80%. The reason I used the grid system is so that way it would be a little bit more directional and the hot spot would be centered in a specific spot and there wouldn't be too much of a spillover and it'll be more ambient. One important thing that you have to consider is all your foreground. So technically where the subject is needs to be lit, but also consider your background and your foreground. In this case, our foreground was a little flat, so we got my Godox SL100BI and I set that to 6500 as well on 1%. And I simply just bounced it on the corner of the ceiling to kind of wrap around the foreground of the image. It's very important to always have some sort of information because you never want to deplete your options on post-production when you want to either brighten it or lower it. So I always try to expose as properly as possible, so there's that option in post. Now from here, if we looked at the image, it looked good, but it looked a little flat, so we decided that we wanted to put a light outside. So what we did is we got a Godox VL200 and we put it outside with the reflector dish on it, and it was still a little too warm, so we got a light CTB on it and just lit the bushes, so that way there was some texture. If you look back, there's a street lamp that is giving that motivation. At this point, we got our other Aputure MT Pro and we clamped that on a shelf with a Cardellini with the grid attachment. I put it at 6500 Kelvin at 10%. And essentially what that did was to create a kicker on him, and it was looking good, but I think I wanted a little bit more contrast on his left side of the face. So what we did is we simply just got a piece of duvetine fabric and draped it over the coat hanger. And if you want to level it up even more, you can always create more atmosphere by having a haze machine or a fog machine. So we simply got our haze machine, fogged up the room a bit, and yeah, this is essentially the image that we got. That's our first lighting tutorial. We're gonna try doing these every week. The whole purpose is to work with the community and kind of just cultivate this whole environment of creativity and curiosity. Because at the end of the day, curiosity is the best tool we got, so might as well use it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys stay creative. And remember, be visionaries.